Hello, everyone. I'm Plasmoid, as you may like to call me, that got the afro. I wasn't really going to do a video on the coronavirus until yesterday when I got news that in my home area in Harris County, not necessarily Houston, there were at least 2 confirmed cases of the coronavirus that have happened. Now, I want to make sure you understand, I'm not one of these doom and gloom people. I'm not a medical professional, so don't come to me for super advice. I'll give you my basic ideas and thoughts, and I'm going to stop there because there's really not much I can do about it. And I'm not blaming any administration. This is not an attack on Trump or China. This is as best as I can give you of what I think and how I would handle the situation. So, before we begin, let me say this. This is not a video to make fear-mongering happen. This is not a video to say, oh, don't worry about it. This is as much of a logical sense I can make of the coronavirus that I know of and what I feel like I should do. Now, do what you're supposed to do. Wash your hands. Protect yourself. That's fine. But I'm going to get to the points. Take it or leave it. But do take care of yourself either way. That's the main point about this whole video. Okay, so a few points I want to make particularly. The coronavirus seems to have 2 strains going on, and this is why I'm a little worried. Originally, I thought it wasn't going to be as big of a deal, but now that I see what's going on, I think maybe it's a little bit more concerning than I originally thought. Now, you can't really contain a virus entirely as much as you would like to. Yeah, everyone's been quarantined, but unfortunately, this virus has a way of getting a mutation pretty quickly. The first strain that we found was not as life-threatening and seems to be more widespread. The second strain is a little bit less spread out, but is more deadly than the other one. So, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter which strain it is. You need to take care of yourself anyway. Now, people who know me know 2 things very particularly about me, though. One, I'm not really a germaphobe, actually. It's one of those things that I do this anyway, so all of a sudden a virus comes out. Oh, no, it's, now I gotta do something. It's disgusting. But, no, I basically, I wash my hands every time I use the restroom. 20 seconds, standard. You see this? This is a lifesaver at conventions. That alone helps me. I'm saying I'm not somebody who's going to shake your hand and immediately go, ew, or touch some random surface of a table and be like, oh, that's got to be infectious disease 101. I'm saying, generally speaking, I just don't have the panic of everyone else. I'm not a Howie Mandel type. It just doesn't appeal to me to have that kind of thing happen to me. So, yeah, I've already taken care of myself as much as I could. And realistically, I used to work at Minute Maid Park at NRG Stadium back in the day. So, I was in a place that if I was going to die of an infectious disease, it would have been working a janitor at that. Because it would easily be Kaput City in about 2 hours. As well as about 50 to 70,000 people at the same time. Oof. Seriously, though, I'm not going to run out and panic and worry about what I had last night and what I need to have. I've already got plenty of this lying around. I've got some of these as well, these wipes. So, I've already set myself up to what I'm going to do anyway. Not a big deal. My concern, of course, is why didn't you do this beforehand? Second thing, if you know about me, I'm not really much of a body contact person, Carmen. I don't like it when people randomly come up to me and hug me, Carmen. Knowing that I'm very much a social type of person and autistic, Carmen, please. I get worried when anyone gives me a pat in the back just for no reason, Carmen. Inside jokes aside, I don't really get in casual contact anyway because it weirds me out. I know to some of you want to hug and be friendly. I'm not like that. I'm actually quite the opposite of hugging. I'm more like, yo, hi. Give a bro hug once in a while. Shake your hand like cool. But otherwise, not for me. So nowadays, I feel like it's a little bit more aware that we have these close contact kind of deals. And even though I appreciate some of it, it's just when you do it so often, it kind of weirds me out. Again, not a germaphobe, but it's just like, why you give me a hug? I just saw you like 10 minutes ago. So for me, the virus is kind of like, yeah, I expect this to happen anyway. Like I said before, hand sanitizer becomes your friend in these cases, folks. I'm not kidding. When I did that, immediately, it's like a reaction. When I sneeze, it's automatic hand sanitizing. That's how I do things. And yes, it was with my sleeve, but still, that's my point. Now, here's what I'm really annoyed with the whole thing about this coronavirus. This is about the fourth time in the last decade we've had a virus or some kind of outbreak that was going to wipe out all humanity almost. The first time was the bird flu, and that seemed to pass over really quickly. Then it was the swine flu, which my dad, who was in the army, said he got a vaccine for back in the 70s. So I'm not sure if that was anything special or not. I don't know. But still, it was just like, whatever. By that time, I was like, I don't need to worry about that one. That one was the one I didn't care about at all. Then it was Ebola, and oh boy, that one was the killer. Ebola literally would have wiped out people quickly. Thankfully, it was contained decently well. Wasn't really like, oh wow. Somebody got infected, and then that's about it, you know. Corona seems like one of these hidden germs, you know. Seems like it's gonna happen whether we protect ourselves that much or not. And hopefully it won't happen to the catastrophic nature that is, we're all dead. There's not really much anyone could have done, I don't think, because it was just gonna happen anyway. Symptoms don't show up for days or weeks after you're quarantined, in fact. There was one person in San Antonio who was in quarantine for quite a good amount of time, and then they were able to be released, and they didn't find out they had the virus or not. It was just, what? Nobody knew, and then they went out, and they went to one of the close malls in here, and that got deep cleaning because of it. They actually closed that down. Which brings me to the point I really want to stress beyond all of this. I'm not saying the coronavirus is illegitimate. I'm not saying it's no more fatal than the flu. I believe this is a pretty bad one, but it's one that, if you seem to standardize practice, like wash your hands, hand sanitize, don't get in close personal contact with people just because, it seems like one you can actually avoid. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be 100% survive rate, you know. I'm not saying you're not going to get it. I'm saying it's something you can at least take care of. The giant use of getting these all of a sudden, just going to your store and getting those, how it's all empty all of a sudden, why weren't you doing this anyway? I mean, look, this is just my usual bottle. I've got half of about 8 ounce left of hand sanitizer from the dollar store, and this is just my carry around. So why weren't you taking care of that before you got to this virus phase? I don't know. But generally speaking, it feels like if you take care of yourself, you'll be fine. If you don't take care of yourself, sorry, can't help you there. But I can help you with other things when you like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and also donate to my PayPal account at plasmoyer2002@gmail.com. My next planned video is the Houston Astro fan rant. Well, until then, later.